Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video of Yashish Life, back at it with another video, and today we are going to be interviewing my friend here, Curtis. Curtis, tell the viewers what you do for a living.
Hi everyone, my name's Curtis. I make nerdy YouTube videos, and I'm couldn't be more excited to be here.
Alright Curtis, so where are you from, my man? Where were you born?
I'm from South Florida. Broward County, South Florida.
Alright, so you mentioned you're a YouTuber, right?
I am a YouTuber.
What was the reason for becoming a YouTuber? What was your motivation?
Well, it was pretty funny. So during the start of quarantine, I was pretty much just playing video games with the boys, and some of the funniest stuff would happen. Like we'd sit there, be like laughing all night. I was kind of thinking, like, man, I feel like people would really enjoy watching this, just because I was having so much fun myself. And I just was like, you know what, let me just post something out there. It doesn't cost anything to make a YouTube video. You know, I just threw one out there, and I remember I got like 50 views in a couple of days, and I was like, okay, that's something. And I kept posting, try to stay as consistent as I could. And I remember like within 10 videos, I think my first one like cracked 1,000 views, and it kind of just started to grow. And I kind of just rode that train, and you know, here I am.
Perfect. So what was your first gaming console growing up?
GameCube.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit too old for this kid, but GameCube. For any of the OGs out there that know, the GameCube, that went hard.
Alright, what was your favorite video game as a kid?
Dude, asked me some good questions. Favorite video game?
We could do like a
definitely
top
Call of
3.
Duty, probably Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2,
yeah. I know all the fellas know about Modern Warfare 2. That went hard.
During quarantine, big Warzone guy as well?
No. No, I stopped playing Call of Duty after Modern Warfare. After like Call of Duty 4. Not Call of Duty 4, but maybe I don't remember the sequence of the games that came out. It's been that long, but yeah, I stopped playing after like Modern Warfare 2.
So I noticed on your YouTube channel the main game that you post is Ark. What's the reason for that?
Well, I feel like with YouTube it's kind of hard to be a multi-game creator. I feel like you kind of got to find your niche. You got to find something that you like to do and that you're good at. At least I like to think I'm good at it. And you got to find, as I said, your niche. And you got to try to kind of grow your audience with that. So I feel like I was just stuck with that. That's kind of what gave me results, and that's why I'm here where I'm at. So I don't really have any plans to transition anytime soon. But you know, I guess this is good to bring up with the interview. I do plan on making a second YouTube channel pretty soon. If you follow me on Instagram at Curtis Chrissy, hopefully I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I do plan on making a second YouTube video of me, a YouTube channel of me playing ice hockey. I have a couple mic'd up videos on my Instagram that you can watch, but I plan to make like an actual YouTube video and start making you know, kind of content of hockey, stuff that I'm actually passionate about. Because the video game stuff is kind of fun, but it's not something that I can see myself doing for like the rest of my life. You know, it's not really something I'm passionate about. More so like travel, lifestyle, playing ice hockey, and
it's a nice car.
It is a nice car. We're gonna roll with it. But yeah, hockey, lifestyle, fitness, and kind of travel are like things I'm genuinely passionate about. So I kind of want to make a second YouTube channel for that and try to grow that as well with kind of the nerdy video game stuff.
All right. So other than doing YouTube and playing hockey, you got any other hobbies you'd like?
Well, I like to box.
You like to box?
I like to box. Not really getting hit, but I like to go to the gym. I like to lift weights, and kind of just stay active, try to stay healthy, and you know, I try to eat pretty clean, but you know, we have our off days over here sometimes.
Big music guy or not?
A little bit.
What's your favorite song, favorite band,
Favorite
artist?
song? Put me on the spot. It depends because I like so many different genres. Obviously with hip hop and rap. I mean, you obviously have Lil Baby, probably like Lil Uzi are up there. I listen to indie music sometimes too a little bit. Indie music goes. Listen, you gotta be a man of the culture. You gotta like multiple things. So indie music sometimes too. And then like if I'm in the gym, like some heavy metal, like some Metallica, some Slayer, that goes hard. Kind of just really depends on the mood and what I'm doing.
You got a favorite movie / TV series?
Ooh, favorite movie? Obviously you have Happy Gilmore. That's goated. Miracle, goated. I say Independence Day is a pretty good movie. That one always stuck with me. I don't know if you've seen it.
I think I've seen
Independence Day is a good movie.
Yeah.
Featuring Will Smith. At least I'm pretty sure Will Smith is in it. But yeah, I'd say that those are probably like top 3.
Top 3. All right. So, what's your favorite food? You're a big guy. What you be eating?
Favorite food?
Yeah, favorite food / restaurant if you got one.
Restaurant, Chipotle for sure.
Chipotle.
Yeah, hands down Chipotle. I would say favorite food. I don't want to give like the normie pizza answer, but like I feel like you can always default to pizza. Like no matter what, if you're feeling like if you're hungry, I think you could like pizza's just like a staple. It's always there.
Yeah.
So I feel like pizza's always like you can't go wrong with the answer, but it's so normie that it's you know I want to be I like to be different than everyone else, but yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with pizza for that one. It's pizza or Chipotle.
All right. Did you ever go to college or not?
No, I did not. College wasn't really for me because when I started my YouTube channel, that was a couple of years ago. So I was that was beginning of 2020. So pretty much at the start of the pandemic. And at that point, I was like 19. I didn't really know what I wanted to do after high school, and I struggled a lot in high school. So, kind of getting the YouTube channel, and I was able to monetize my videos and start making a little bit of money.
That's nice.
And fortunately, that's been able to grow for me, and it's kind of put me in a spot to where I'm pretty financially independent. Fortunately,
yeah.
So I try not to spend my money on a lot of dumb shit, but I spend a lot of money on hockey. But yeah, I think for me, I kind of just saw like the business side of YouTube. And I kind of decided that was the route that I was going to take rather than kind of go to college and get a degree and kind of go that route for something that I'm not really interested in. And then also I didn't want to incur a bunch of student debt. So I thought kind of just sticking with the YouTube route, try to grow it and just try to, be financially smart with my money and just kind of see where it takes me. That's the route I'm going on right now.
Now, you mentioned to me that you once tried out to play in the NAHL. What was that experience like? Playing with the big boys.
I've got some pretty good stories. So, I guess I got to explain this from the jump. I'll try not to ramble on too much. But when I got my first YouTube paycheck, it was like $400. And the first thing I spent it on was some hockey gear. I remember I bought like I had to buy a couple new sticks. I bought some skates. And I started playing again. I was just going to open hockey. And I fell in love with it again. I played in high school, not really competitively. But yeah, I really just fell in love with it again. And after going to open hockey bunch, I met some amazing people, and I started to train because I wanted to play junior hockey. At that point, I was like 19, and I was like, all right, I got one more year. I want to play junior hockey. I want to get that experience. And I worked my ass off in the summer, tried to get into good shape. I was training with some really good guys. Really just trying to prepare as best as I could for any opportunities. And I sent emails to every single coach in the North American Hockey League because that's the league that I really wanted to play in. And I got 4 teams that hit me back, and they were like, hey, we'd love to have you come to our camp. And I picked the 2 teams that responded to me first. So that ended up being the Aberdeen Wings and the El Paso Rhinos. And I had a pretty good camp in Aberdeen, but I didn't make the final cut. And then El Paso was kind of a different story. I really didn't play that well, so I didn't even make the All-Star game there. So yeah. I think looking back at it, I kind of wish I would have went and played in like the USPHL or kind of like a Tier 3 league, kind of something to ease myself into it instead of just making that jump straight to Tier 2. Yeah. But, for me, I wanted to push myself. I wanted to play at the highest level I possibly could, and I felt like the North American League was kind of just my goal. Yeah. So, I was grateful for the experience, but because I didn't make it in the North American Hockey League, and I didn't want to spend, all that money on playing in like the USPHL or the EHL or even the NA3. I didn't have an offer to play in the NA3, but as I said, I didn't want to spend that type of money just to play, in that league.
Yeah. So, to end it off, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to like start a gaming channel, a YouTube channel? What advice would you give to the viewers out there?
So the best advice I can give you is just be consistent. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about trying to make like your first videos like as best as they can. Like, obviously make them as best as they can be, but in the sense of like I wouldn't spend all your time trying to figure out how to video edit and kind of spend hours upon hours on stuff it's not redundant. It is important, but it's more so just you have to get the experience first. To say experience is like the best teacher in this life. So if you're trying to pursue content or really anything in life, really consistency, just try to get your foot in the door. You can't be scared to make that first jump. So expect your first videos to be bad. Like, especially my first videos were awful, and they still are bad, but they're not as bad. But yeah, I would just say be consistent, man, and just have a goal. And I know it's kind of like cliche, but really it's just consistency, man. And the great thing about YouTube is, it's completely free to start. If you have access to a computer, you know what you want to post. There's a bunch of free editing software and stuff like that. As I said, you don't really have to go too crazy in depth with the editing, but it's more so just get started and just stay consistent, man. Post. When I was first getting into it, I was posting 3 or 4 videos a week. I'd recommend trying to post at that consistency just so you can hit the algorithm. And yeah, man, just as I've said it 10 times now, but really just stay consistent. It's the most important thing. Just stay consistent.
Appreciate your time, my man.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.